Welcome to the Final Cut. I am Mark the Movie Man, and everyone is Kung Fu fighting this weekend as we take a look at the Kung Fu Panda 3. Yes, the third installment in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. I never thought I'd find myself saying that, but we get the story once again of Po, voiced by Jack Black, who is continuing his legendary journey of awesomeness as he's further tries to learn to become even a better dragon warrior. But soon he finds a major conflict with a villain from the past of his masters, as well as also dealing with issues with his own past. And we see how these collide in this animated feature. Kung Fu Panda 3 is a very entertaining film, and this is a series that has actually gotten better with age. I really enjoy how this series matured. At first, I thought when I heard Kung Fu Panda 3, I'm like, great, how many bumbling panda films can we get? But I enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 2. I really did. And so, going into 3, I was like, no, I don't have high expectations, but let's see what happens. And let me tell you, this is a lot of fun for both children and adults. They've matured this Po character quite a bit to where, yes, he still is kind of the immature guy, but he's grown some, and it appears through the character and through the performance of Jack Black, at least through his voice. We also have his buddies back, Angelina Jolie voicing Tigress, and we have Jackie Chan voicing Monkey, and Seth Rogen as Mantis. So we got all the original characters back once again for this film, but we do get some new voices for the new characters in here. J.K. Simmons as Kai. Oh, I loved the Kai character. It's such a great villain. First off, and not only does he have jade-bladed blades of chaos, basically, kind of like what you saw from Kratos, but he's just a fantastic personality. I enjoyed him so much. Felt so different from the villains we've seen in the past in the Kung Fu Panda series, which I really enjoyed. Then you got Bryan Cranston in here playing a character you saw in the trailer named Lee, and really enjoyed hearing his voice in here. And James Hong is back as well as the other returning characters, and I gotta mention James Hong because I love James Hong and his Mr. Ping, who's the adopted father of Po. Just always fantastic to see. It's got a solid story and some fantastic animation, and these action sequences are just great. I loved this movie. I didn't think I would, but I really enjoyed this film. It's just handled so well that it's got stuff for both. It gets dark in places, and it has lighter moments as well, kind of the yin-yang, if you will, for tone. But I enjoyed that bit. I enjoyed the fact it wasn't afraid to address even more mature subject matter, like adopted parents and, two fathers and self-identity, who you are. There's some great messages underneath the surface of this animated film. It's not just a goofy kids animated film about a big panda who does kung fu. There's a lot of great themes in here that parents can talk to their kids about. And in general, the action sequences are fantastic. You can tell they take much care in choreographing these scenes. They're martial art film lovers, and that comes through on screen with Kung Fu Panda 3. Folks, this has something for everyone. Go see it on the big screen, definitely. I did not get to see it in 3D, but the 3D has to be just as beautiful as the 2D was. I give it 4 stubs. Yes, 4 stubs already for a film. I know it was released in January, which is kind of odd because this film definitely could have been a good summer family film just as easily, but I think it's great that it came out now. Go see it if you're looking for something to take your kids for the weekend. Take them to see this. It's a lot of fun. There's nothing too inappropriate in there, and it shows how Po and this series has matured. Thank you so much for watching the Final Cut. We are so close to 1,000 subs. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Make sure you check out the spoiler room as well, where we covered an episode of where we talked about homage films versus ripoff films. So many great things here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching as always, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.